Have y'all ever made pigtails before? Today, I'm going to show you how to barbecue them up something delicious. I'm also going to show you how to clean them and season them up perfectly. So let's get to cooking. I have 2 packs of Smithfield pork tails, also known as pigtails, and I have some smoked ones that were in my freezer that I thawed out. So these are the fresh pigtails, and we're going to wash them in cool water and white vinegar because I want to inspect each piece of meat. And then this is the smoked one. So you can see the smoked ones are darker in color, and they also have a lot more sodium in them already. And so that's the reason why I prefer to cook mostly fresh pigtails. You can see it's skin, fat, and meat on each pigtail. Pigtails are different than pig feet in the sense that pigtails have a lot more meat on them than a pig foot would have, if you're familiar with that. And you can see the fat and the skin. We're not going to take the fat off here. We're going to render that out and just eat the whole delicious pigtail. So now I'm adding about a half a cup of white vinegar to my cool water. I'm also going to slice up a half of a red bell pepper, just in medium-sized slices. And I'm also going to chop up an onion because I find bell pepper and onion to be very delicious seasoning agents for meat. And so that's what we're going to add in. You could leave this out altogether, but I definitely like the additional flavor that these 2 vegetables add to my cooked meat. So if you like pork ribs, then you would like these pork tails, I am sure. So I have my bell pepper and my onion in the glass 13 by 9 pan that I'll be cooking in. And before we get to that, let's actually look at our seasoning. So I'm going to start off with some extra virgin olive oil. That's going to help our meat hold our seasoning. I'm going to add garlic powder, onion powder, Badia complete seasoning, salt, pink Himalayan, black pepper, and smoked paprika. So first I'm going to add just a drizzle of olive oil to my meat that I have in the pan. You can see my regular pigtails and my smoked pigtails in the back. And now I'm sprinkling on my seasonings, and the garlic powder, onion powder don't contain sodium. So I am sprinkling them liberally on the top with the knowledge that I'm going to rub the seasoning into both sides. So it may look like a lot of seasoning now, but remember it's going to season both sides of the pigtails. I am just using a pinch of black pepper because I don't want to overdo it. And for the smoked paprika, you can see I'm using about 2 or 3 teaspoons, a half of a tablespoon. And I'm going to sprinkle that on for color and for flavor. It's going to add a delicious smoky flavor. So with a gloved hand, I am rubbing in the seasoning and the oil, making sure to get the seasoning and oil on all sides and on the tip. You want every piece to be well seasoned before you cook it and put it in your mouth, right? That's how we do our food over here. So you can see the fat, the skin, the meat. If you haven't tried this before, I buy these pigtails usually at Walmart, sometimes my Publix store. Actually, Walmart has the smoked pigtails and my local Publix has the fresh pigtails because I believe they must slaughter up fresh pigs there. That's where I buy my pig feet too. But if you have a meat market near you, you can also ask them if they buy it as well. It is a cheaper cut of meat. As more people start to cook it, I do expect the price to go up as everything else does. You'll notice that the smoked pigtail here is already firmer in texture because it's been smoked and cured. It has more sodium. Usually I use the smoked for seasoning greens, but here I'm going to bake it. I have about 1/4 cup of chicken broth left. It could be 1/4 to 1/2 a cup, but you notice I'm pouring it to the side. I don't want to put it on top of the meat to get the seasoning off, and so here it is. If you don't have chicken broth, you can use water instead, so it looks beautiful and glistening. So what I'm going to do now is put a piece of foil on top, and I'm going to bake this in my oven at 350 degrees for 2.5 hours. After the 2.5 hours, I take it out and look how it looks. You can see the smoked pieces have crisped up a bit. They make a beautiful sound when you skim your fork or spoon over it. And you can see all of the extra broth and fat that has rendered out. So I'm just going to baste the meat and look at the tip too. So cute, so cute. Little pigtails. Little pigtails. So baste it, put some of the fat and liquid on top. And before I put it back in the oven, I'm going to take some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce and put it on top. I'm not draining out any of the liquid, and you can use a barbecue sauce of your choice. You of course, can make it homemade. I'm not going to worry too much about getting barbecue sauce on both sides. I'm just putting barbecue sauce on the top, a generous amount. Then I'm going to spread it with my spoon. Some of it will fall off into the sides, and then when it's finished, we'll work with it at that point. So just add barbecue sauce on top, and then we're going to put it back in the oven at 350 degrees for 30 minutes, no foil on top. And when it finishes, y'all, you're going to smell the aroma. It's going to smell sweet and savory. It's going to remind you a lot of the smell of pork barbecue. And so what I did is I let my meat rest for a few minutes on the stove in the pan, and now I'm taking it out to serve it. And I have a big platter, and I have some delicious greens on the edge, and then I put my barbecue pigtails on top, y'all. And I'm going to show you how delicious and tender this meat is on the inside. It's very tender pork, but look at the pork tails. It's an interesting presentation. It's steaming hot. It's very delicious and tender because we cooked it for a total of 3 hours at 350 degrees. So look at this pork tail. It cooked for 3 hours, like I said, and it is so tender, and it's coming off with my fork. There is a bone in the middle of pigtails, so because it's hot and steamy, I didn't pick it up with my hands to eat it, but you get the drift. If you're going to make this video, please leave me a comment down below and let me know. Thank you for watching.